Now, after his trip to Afghanistan, US Deputy Secretary of State John Sullivan has said that the United States has also asked Pakistan to reduce pressure and threat of violence in Afghanistan. This while Afghanistan has accused Pakistan for the Kabul Intercontinental Hotel attack. And before we get you more details on this, let's first listen in to what US Deputy Secretary John Sullivan said on this matter.
Clear to the Pakistani government our expectations for them to take action against terrorists that are in sanctuaries in Pakistan to reduce the pressure and the threat of violence in Afghanistan, and to contribute to a lasting, enduring peace in Afghanistan and the region. That was certainly part of my conversations with the Afghan leadership.
And Aditya Rajkol, our associate editor, with us on the phone line to tell us more on this. Well, Aditya, Afghanistan is coming heavy on Pakistan, and US, as far as the US is concerned, they have issued enough warnings to Pakistan. Question is Pakistan absolutely going to do anything about it or continue to remain thick-skinned?
Well, absolutely. That's the pertinent question, because every alternate day we see these warnings coming in, and it's almost becoming a trend now, just like what happened in the Obama regime as well. But yes, there have been some consequences that have been put for Pakistan. But now, John Sullivan, the Deputy Secretary in the State Department in the US, again reminding Pakistan of the terror sanctuaries on its soil and the need for decisive action from the Pakistani government. That clearly hasn't happened. John Sullivan, of course, was in Afghanistan to express condolences on the recent Kabul bombings that led to killing of several hundred. And apart from that, held meetings at the very top level of the security apparatus in Afghanistan. Of course, Afghanistan already has shared, undeniable proof and evidence to Pakistan recently in the high delegation visit, which clearly indicated that Pakistani terror sanctuaries were used for terror attacks across Afghanistan. But clearly, there hasn't been any kind of action. You pertinently asked why there hasn't been any kind of action. Of course, it's an open secret that the Pakistan army has been supporting terror groups like Taliban and the Haqqani network for a proxy war against Afghanistan, and similarly against India when they backed Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. So clearly, yet another warning being issued, but remains to be seen whether Pakistan will change its position of backing these terror outfits.
But Aditya, we also understand that US is not going to continue to keep doing the talking. It is only a matter of time that they now take strict action against Pakistan.
That's right. In fact, on the very first day of this particular year, 2018, Donald Trump, the US president, had issued a warning against Pakistan, clearly indicating that for last almost a year, he had been waiting for some kind of decisive action. He'd been waiting for, some kind of proof to be shared by Pakistan of decisive action, but that clearly hasn't happened. In fact, US intelligence did have a basic report of these terror outfits enjoying shelter, support, and all kinds of logistics on Pakistani soil. So clearly remains to be seen what kind of consequences the US is looking at, apart from the usual drone strikes that have happened in the last 15 to 20 days against Haqqani network.
Right, Aditya, continue to stay with us because we have more breaking news coming in on this. Well, the Pakistan government has faced massive embarrassment in Kabul as several civil society groups and common people came out outside Pakistan embassy in Kabul to protest the role of Pakistan in giving shelter to terrorists and terror groups. Now, slogans were raised against Pakistan and the Pak state was compared to ISIS. So this is what it has come to. Pakistan is openly being compared to ISIS, and protests now coming across from all quarters of the world. Aditya.
That's right. Enough embarrassment already for the Pakistani state. Recently, we had reported first how the Afghan President Ashraf Ghani had refused to answer a phone call from Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shahid Abbasi, because he was not just upset but angry with the role of the Pakistan government, remaining complete mute spectator to the Pakistan Army's support to terror outfits like the Haqqani network and Taliban. And now visuals on the screen of the protest that happened in Kabul outside the Pakistan embassy. These are civil society groups and common people protesting against Pakistan. In fact, in the same breath, they condemned Pakistani state, ISIS, which they refer to as Daesh, and the Taliban. So the Pakistani state increasingly being compared to and referred in the same breath along with Taliban and ISIS does indicate the kind of headache it has become for the region, and how Pakistan government, as a matter of foreign policy, has used terrorism and state-sponsored terrorism both against India and Afghanistan. So a massive embarrassment coming in for Pakistan Prime Minister initially, and now the Pakistan government in the form of this protest at the Pakistan embassy in Kabul. But clearly there hasn't been any kind of forward movement of action on part of the Pakistan government against these terrorists.